You, the worker, face a brutal death flight. After 6 summer weeks, thousands of flowers daily, and 500 lifetime miles, wings fail. You, the worker, paid the hard cost. No children, just miles. To understand why you were born for this, we rewind. You, the worker, are born beneath a crown, emerging in the brood of a summer colony, about 50 to 60,000 strong. The Queen's pheromones and worker policing block your reproduction. The system blocks choices so your wings serve labor, not children. Your first assignment is age. Based for days 1 to 3, you, the worker, clean hexagon cells so eggs can be laid. Inside the brood, you, the worker, keep wings waiting. Cells start the ladder you were born into, clean a step before promotion. Around days 6 to 10, you, the worker, feed brood. Head glands peak as you feed larvae you were born to raise. The Queen's signals keep ovaries quiet. The cost deepens as your wings stay folded inside, raising the colony's next generation. Days 12 to 18, you, the worker, build comb and receive nectar. The hive's heat climbs while effort does too. You, the worker, fan to dry the stores. Before any flight, your wings already work, born to build before the sky. At the entrance around days 14 to 20, you, the worker, run orientation flights before foraging begins near day 21. The Queen's central constraint still holds. Signals keep reproduction blocked while your wings prepare for harder work outside, born ready. You, the worker, begin orientation at the entrance. Circling to face home, foraging begins around day 21 and you must come back. Your wings hum while you, the worker, maps landmarks. You were born into work, not choice, or you won't come home. You, the worker, take guard duty at entrance, face out, sample arrivals. Around days 14 to 20, you drag dead away. Your wings buzz steady. You were born to keep this door flowing, not hesitate. Then a departing column cues your first run. You, the worker, begin as a forager in the field. One bee manages a concrete dozen flights today, shuttling nectar or pollen. Then your wings commit. You, the worker, sprint home each flight, because coming back on time keeps the hive alive. Inside the brood nest, the Queen's crown signals control. You, the worker, stay functionally sterile under Queen pheromones and worker policing. Summer colony scale. 50 to 60,000 workers keep intake matched to brood. Your wings follow cutback rules you were born into. You, the worker, stretch range to 2 to 4 miles, sometimes 5, chasing blooms. Map cues lock before speed returns. Then your wings commit. You, the worker, sprint home across miles, born to make returns on time that keep the hive alive. You, the worker, deliver by dusk. Several thousand flower visits across many flights add up. Nectar in crop becomes tomorrow's brood food. Your wings ache, routine sets in. The tally adds pressure ahead, and you were born to repeat it again tomorrow. You, the worker, weigh trip types. Pollen visits roughly 50 to 350 flowers. Nectar runs about 1 to 200. Same wings, same clock. You, the worker, were born to optimize trip type. Your wing beats trade time for nectar or pollen. At the door, hive guard keeps control. You, the worker, get a scent check, then unload fast to keep the cycle moving. Back on the board, traffic squeezes a bottleneck. Your wings relaunch immediately, born to clear space and loop out again. You, the worker, feel performance margin narrow. Worn wing edges reduce flight capacity in tests, yet you still make the turn today. Your wings carry chips now. You, the worker, were born to ignore scratches and keep cadence, though every catch steals capacity. You, the worker, during foraging, risk escalates. Many foragers finish life outside as distance stacks and wing wear rises each day. Your wings still launch, born to return, but some trips won't. The margin to make it back narrows with each shuttle. You, the worker, watch the counterclimb. Upper bound estimates approach 500 miles of lifetime flight distance if conditions allow. Every loop adds miles. Your wings were born to spend, not save, turning distance into food until the ledger refuses return. Pull back to the entrance. A summer colony runs 50 to 60,000 workers. You, the worker's effort, slots into a machine. From the board, Hive Guard manages flow. Your wings rejoin the cycle, born to keep returns on time as daylight thins. You, the worker, hit peak pace, hitting about a dozen flights today, range 7 to 13, shuttling nectar or pollen on repeat. Your wings were born for cadence. You, the worker, stack flights within range, then cut inside to chain turning loads into stores. Inside the chain, receivers take nectar immediately. You, the worker, unload fast while workers start fanning to dry your load. Airflow lifts. You, the worker, relaunch faster as ventilation shortens turnaround, wings cooling to clarify why the chain speeds you back out. You, the worker, push within a 2 to 4 mile radius, chasing a far patch without busting the clock your sisters obey. Glide stretches quiet and long. Your wings hold, born to return on time, but strain writes warnings you try to ignore. Macro truth, your worn wing edges cut flight capacity. You, the worker, feel bodily cost as wear deepens and turns grow harder. You, the worker, limp toward home. Your wings were born strong, not endless, and each deepening fray spends tomorrow's margin. At dusk, the gate entrance bottleneck tightens. Hive Guard enforces control so you, the worker, slip through to unload before dark. Your wings tremble at the board. Born tired, you, the worker, clear checks despite fatigue. Vanish inside as triage keeps traffic flowing. Inside the brood nest, the queen's crown signals cutback control. Workers stay functionally sterile under pheromones and worker policing. You, the worker, were born to feed kin. Your flights and wings fuel sisters and store across a summer colony, not offspring. You, the worker, flex duty inside. Brief fanning and handoff, then back to the field. Your wings were born for throughput. Doesn't pause. You, the worker, snap back to the field. Flexible duty done, your wings angle for the door, born to rejoin the rush. At entrance, you, the worker, watch younger bees exit early. Colony stress accelerates schedules while your wings, born for work, note outside risk. At entrance, you, the worker, watch younger bees exit early. Colony stress accelerates schedules as your wings feel born tired. You, the worker, conserve capacity, working blooms within 2 to 4 mile radius. Your wings, born for distance, now favor nearer loops. A gust tempts distance. You, the worker, hesitate, then favor near blooms. Capacity conserved, your wings keep the schedule alive. Mid-loop, your worn wings bite back. You, the worker, lose lift, then catch air again, born capacity thinning as a near crash threatens return. You, the worker, stabilize and aim back. If lift holds, the return barely survives this batch bite today. You, the worker, make it back. Across today's flights, visits reach several thousand again. Output holds while your wings and body lose capacity. You, the worker, offload and steady. The body lags, routine declining, yet you're born back in line for one more crowded lane. Under heavier traffic, Hive Guard holds lane so you, the worker, exhausted forager, slip through to unload. Your wings were born to keep flow. Cleared by Hive Guard, you, the worker, unload and relaunch. Your wings keep flow moving as repetitive loops grind on. Hive Guard side view. Arrival sampled, lane cleared. You, the worker, were born to return. Wings thinning as checks preserve throughput. You, the worker, squeeze the checkpoint and launch again toward closer patches. Guard order saves lift for your next return. You, the worker, favor nearer blooms. A contraction strategy inside 2 to 4 miles. Born of failing wings and precious flights remaining. Shorter legs buy reliability. Your wings conserve lift, so the day's flights still count, even as failure stalks every loop. Inside, receivers and fanning stay smooth. You, the worker, feel capacity drop as fatigue creeps, wings born strong now delaying turnaround. System efficiency holds, your personal pace slows, so you trim ground time and launch before reserves slip further. Ambition points you to the range edge, then math wins. You, the worker, abort and turn back before worn wings beat you. Survival over distance is the consequence. Nearer loops remain possible, buying one more return you were born to attempt. Climax, lift collapses for a beat before you catch air. You, the worker, ride shredded wings, each trip a coin toss. Return remains uncertain. You stabilize shakily and aim home, born to try again while the system stays calm inside. Back in the brood nest, the queen's crown signals cutback control. Workers stay functionally sterile while your flights feed sisters. You, the worker, were born to support the system. Queen control and policing continue as your wings unravel toward fewer flights. At the entrance, you feel almost no lift. You, the worker, choose capacity over distance, downshifting within range as your wings fade. You, the worker, were born for returns, not records. Choice made, distance shrinks so capacity lasts the loop. On return, you add orientation circles facing the door. You, the worker, rehearse behavior before attempting the board as your wings tire. Accuracy saves returns now. You lock the door's look, then attempt the board, with behavior drilled since you were born. In the field, you hover to catch breath between blooms. You, the worker, trade speed for survival as your wings grow unreliable. Micro-adjustments replace sprinting. Each small pause protects the circuit your sisters still need finished today. Late day, your worn wings can't sustain climb. You, the worker, drop directly to a flower, cling in the field, born exhausted. You gather a shaky lift and point home, gambling capacity that's nearly gone on one more crossing. You recover and try the entrance. First pass gone wide, circle again, scrape the board, even as your wings feel born tired. Return secured on the second pass. You unload carefully and guard what lift remains for the next decision. Inside the comb, calm returns. A summer worker gets 6 weeks, and your wings foreshadow a final flight, last glide approaching. Acceptance settles. You, the worker, hold what lift remains for one more useful run outside. You, the worker, choose lighter cargo and a nearer loop within 2 to 4 miles. Distance punishes failing wings you were born. Choices made. You, the worker, launch. Shorter loop preserves lift today so your wings return once more, safely home. Out over blooms, you, the worker, feel bodily cost. Wing edges nick, buzz. You shorten hops to trade your speed for survival. Pace tightens. You, the worker, keep the loop nearer, while wind lines tug outward and your wings buzz thin. A breeze nudges you near the 4 to 5 mile edge. You, the worker, fight drift to re-enter the inner ring. Longer arc threatens turnaround. You angle back so your wings keep enough lift. You were born to survive the loop. You, the worker, take a final nectar sip and climb. Lift sags. Altitude wobbles. You claw upward on failing wings. Even lighter cargo becomes a twist. Your homeward leg risks collapse unless your wings hold one more minute. Counter rolls. Thousands of flowers per day. Lifetime bound near 500 miles, your wings give. You, the worker, drift among blooms. Death climax in the field. You were born to work, not return, and the flowers keep your last quiet company. Inside the crown's calm, a colony runs 50 to 60,000 workers. The queen's signals and worker policing keep workers functionally sterile. You, the worker, fed brood and sisters. Kin carry genes indirectly as the system fuels flights for the next born cohort.